Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I'm your host as always, Cody the Hangman Heinzman. And you may have noticed the notebook that I had in my hand as I was talking. That is because we are doing a pay-per-view prediction. It has been a while. I did do an update video explaining why it's been a while. I did get kind of burnt out on doing videos there for a while, but we're back. And what other pay-per-view to start with coming back than the Royal Rumble? And you may have noticed it is the Redskins binder, which means this is a pay-per-view consisting of Raw and SmackDown superstars. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We will be following the format of non-title matches into title matches, as the new format has been formed. There's only one SmackDown title match, so we're going to do all the Raw first and then the SmackDown. But besides that, let's go ahead and get started. Again, since this is not non-title matches into title matches, it's not particularly the kickoff matches that we're starting with first, but this first one is part of the kickoff show. We have Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. And with Sasha Banks' knee injury and the size difference between Sasha Banks and Nia Jax, there's no way. Nia Jax is going to take that hands down. Next up, we have Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, and Naomi tagging up to face SmackDown Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. And without going too much into thought with this, really, I don't see why Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya wouldn't win it. Non-title match scenario. First match in forever for Mickie James, who looks like she's making a return. But who knows how long that'll be. So, yeah, I don't see why Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya wouldn't win that match. And those are the only two matches that are not title matches, so we're going to go into title matches. And we're going to go ahead, since the first two matches we talked about were Divas matches, we're just going to talk about the last Divas match. We have Charlotte Flair versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. And I don't see why Charlotte Flair is not going to win this. She has been 14-0 with pay-per-views. I don't see them really ending that streak just yet. Maybe more towards WrestleMania. That'd be interesting to see. But Charlotte Flair versus Bayley, Raw Women's Championship, I'm giving it to Charlotte Flair. Next up, we have Rich Swann versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. And I honestly think Neville's going to take this championship because, mainly, if there's any title that has been changing hands a lot lately in WWE, it's this Cruiserweight Championship. To give a small bit of background, they had a Cruiserweight Classic tournament where T.J. Perkins was the first Cruiserweight of this era. Then it switched over to Brian Kendrick. And then it went to Rich Swann. So I don't see why Neville wouldn't be winning the Cruiserweight Championship at this point. Especially with Neville's new MO. The king of the Cruiserweights. Honestly, I see Neville walking out Cruiserweight Champion. Next up, this is, again, since we're doing it non-title matches and title matches, here's another kickoff show match, which is a title match. We have Cesaro and Sheamus versus Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson for the Raw Tag Team Championship. There will be 2 referees assigned to the match. So, I can definitely see some confusion happening in this match, and due to the fact that it has this weird gimmick to it, the fact that 2 referees are in this match, Cesaro and Sheamus, I believe, are going to retain the Raw Tag Team Championship. I don't know how long their reign's going to be, but it's going to be a while before this splits up. Next up, we have Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, where Kevin Owens' buddy Chris Jericho is going to be locked in a shark cage over top of the ring. I actually see Roman Reigns taking this for reasons that I will go into a little bit later. But I kind of want to think that Chris Jericho, the cage will somehow come down and Chris Jericho will be able to interfere inadvertently, whatever. It's going to be an interesting match to watch. It'll be the first time. It's not the first time WWE's done it. It's going to be the first time I'm seeing a match where these two superstars are facing, but just over top of them, there's Chris Jericho, just up in a cage. Next up, we have the only SmackDown title match that we have: AJ Styles versus John Cena. I see AJ Styles retaining the title simply because the Elimination Chamber and the fact the Elimination Chamber is SmackDown exclusive. I didn't know if I really wanted to add that, but the fact that SmackDown Live has the Elimination Chamber and they've talked about it, I see AJ Styles going in the Elimination Chamber as the champ. But we'll do a little bit more further evaluation with that when that comes around. Lastly, we have the Rumble match. The big match. There are 22 superstars currently in the match. They've announced 22 superstars, leaving room for 8 surprise entrances. Not really going to go down through the list. I thought about doing that, but not really going to do it. We'll just highlight some key things with this. The fact that it was announced, number 1 and number 2, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. And we also know, because of the Kevin Owens show, number 3 is Chris Jericho. And, of course, we know that in this match as well is The Undertaker. Big name. And something that happened on Monday Night Raw, Sami Zayn took Seth Rollins' spot. So that's an interesting gauntlet we have there. So, my thoughts with the Rumble is that I have 3 thoughts. The Undertaker. I simply think The Undertaker's winning it. That's one thought. Goldberg winning it. Because it looks like they really want to push Goldberg versus Reigns. So, if that happens, then that's the reason I said earlier Reigns was going to win the Universal Championship, is because I see Goldberg versus Reigns at WrestleMania. And then my third thought is one of the surprises. One of the surprises coming in, winning the match. Simply because it's not the first time it would have happened. Last year, Triple H was a surprise entry. We didn't know he was coming in. He won last year. Last year was also for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship as well. So, there is that. But this is a huge Royal Rumble. And the fourth thought I have with this is none of the SmackDown Live. I'm not even considering any of the SmackDown Live besides The Undertaker. All the other SmackDown Live superstars that's in this are not even in my thought process of winning. Simply because there's not that many. Looking at the list, SmackDown Live superstars minus The Undertaker, Mojo Rawley, Baron Corbin, Luke Harper, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Dolph Ziggler, Miz, Ambrose. 8. Where Raw has Big Show, Rusev, Big Cass, Sheamus, Cesaro, Braun Strowman, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Big E, Chris Jericho, and Brock Lesnar. That's 11. That math adds up, right? Should that be 21? Well, Goldberg wasn't included in that too, so 20. That adds up, right? That math didn't add up. Oh well. My point is that none of the SmackDown people is going to win it. I can't wait to see who they bring in for surprises, of course. But those are my thoughts about the Rumble. It is, as always, not the best prediction. It's hard to go into thoughts about predictions with the Rumble. It's kind of like WrestleMania. WrestleMania is not the bane of my existence. My bane of my existence is Money in the Bank. But WrestleMania is so out there. WrestleMania is a lot of like where WWE is like scripted. WrestleMania is like kind of get to do whatever. WrestleMania is the big show. Go out there and do your best and do whatever pleases you in the context. But of course, that's not the reason we're bringing up WrestleMania, is because the fact that we're talking about the Rumble means we're on the road. Once the Rumble starts, we go down this road. We're getting in the car. Currently with the Rumble, we're getting in the car and we're starting the trip. And we've got a few stops along the way, all leading to our destination, WrestleMania. It's around the corner. So, that has been my pay-per-view predictions for the Royal Rumble. I will get to watch it. I will enjoy it. And watch for the review to come out Sunday. And as a reminder, not only will there be a review, there will be the first episode of the 2017 Hall of Fame tributes. And I plan on bringing a Sector 5. Hopefully we'll be able to bring a Sector 5. No promises, but there may be a Sector 5 coming as well. So that's it. And as always, I'm Peter the Human Huntsman. That's just how it is.